Hi, everybody. I hope this video finds you all staying safe and staying healthy. So we'll start today with the core practice. Find a comfortable spot to sit, close your eyes, and take deep breaths. Okay, good job. So today I am grateful for Beverly Cleary. And Beverly Cleary, if you don't know, is the author of all the Ramona books. And believe it or not, she has a birthday on Sunday. She is still alive, and her birthday is Sunday, and she is going to be 104 years old. Isn't that amazing? So think about that for a minute. 104. Wow. So yeah, she'll be celebrating her birthday on Sunday, April 12th. And I am grateful to her for writing all of these fantastic books that I get to share with you. All right, so the final Ramona book is called Ramona's World, and we're going to read the first half of chapter 1 today. Chapter 1 is called Ramona Spreads the News. Ramona Quimby was 9 years old. She had brown eyes, brown hair, and no cavities. She had a mother, a father, a big sister named Beatrice, who was called Beezus by the family. And this was the exciting part. A baby sister named Roberta, after her father, Robert Quimby. Look at her tiny fingernails, Ramona marveled as she looked at the sleeping Roberta, and her little eyebrows. She's already a whole person, only little. Ramona couldn't wait for the first day of school so she could spread the news about her baby sister. There she is, looking at her baby sister. That day finally came. It was a warm September day, and Ramona, neat and clean, with lunch bag in hand, half skipped, half hopped, scrunching through dry leaves on the sidewalk. She was early, she knew, but Ramona was the sort of girl who was always early because something might happen that she didn't want to miss. The fourth grade was going to be the best year of her life so far. Ramona was first to arrive at the bus stop in front of Mrs. Pitt's house. Mrs. Pitt came out the front door and began sweeping her front steps. Hi, Mrs. Pitt, Ramona called out. Guess what? My baby sister is 2 months old. Good for her, said Mrs. Pitt, agreeable to a baby in the neighborhood. Babies did not scatter candy wrappers or old spelling papers on the lawn in front of her house. Ramona pretended she was playing hopscotch until her friend Howie, who was already familiar with Roberta, joined her along with other children, some with their mothers, who were excited about the first day of school. Hi, Ramona, he said, and leaned against a tree in the strip of grass between the sidewalk and the street. He opened his lunch bag and began to eat a sandwich. Ramona knew he was doing this so he wouldn't be bothered carrying his lunch. Little boy, Mrs. Pitt called out. Little boy, don't you drop any papers or orange peels in front of my house, and stay off my grass. Okay. Howie took another bite of his sandwich as he moved to the sidewalk. Howie was not easily excited, which Ramona sometimes found annoying. She was often excited. She liked to be excited. When the yellow bus stopped, Ramona was first on board. She plunked herself down on a seat across the aisle from another fourth grader, a boy named Danny, who was wearing a white t-shirt with Trailblazers printed on it. Ramona called him Yard Ape because she thought he acted like an ape on the playground. She was glad he had not moved away during the summer. I have a new baby sister, she informed him. Yard Ape closed his eyes and hit his forehead with the palm of his hands. Another Ramona, he said with a groan. Ramona refused to smile. You have a little brother, she reminded him. I know, answered Yard Ape, but we just keep him for a pet. Ramona made a face at him so he wouldn't know she liked him. When Ramona jumped off the bus at Cedarhurst School, she greeted old friends, most of them in new or at least clean clothes for starting the fourth grade. When she saw Janet, whom she had often seen in the park during the summer, the two girls compared calluses on the palms of their hands. Your calluses are really big, said Janet, impressed. Calluses are these things that you get sometimes on your hand when you're on the monkey bars and you do them a lot and you get some rough skin on your hands. That's what calluses are. It was true. Ramona's calluses were hard and yellow because she lived close to the park, where she often went with Beezus and her mother and Roberta on warm summer days. She worked hard at the rings. Pump, pump, swing, pump, pump, swing. And by the end of summer, she was able to travel down the line of rings and back again. There's Susan, cried Janet, and ran to join her. Reluctantly, Ramona followed. Hi, Susan, she said, eyeing Susan's short, blonde curls. Remember, Susan was the one with the hair in kindergarten that Ramona liked to pull? Hi, Ramona, answered Susan. Neither girl smiled. The trouble was, the grown-up Quimbies and Susan's parents, the Kushners, were friends. Ramona did not know what Mrs. Kushner said, but her own parents often said things like, now you be nice to Susan. Susan is such a well-behaved little girl. Or, Susan's mother says Susan always sets the table without being asked. Such remarks did not endear Susan to Ramona. There was more. In kindergarten, Susan did not like Ramona, who could not resist pulling the long curls she had at the time and saying, do you remember? Boing! As she released them. In first grade, when the class was making owls out of paper bags, Susan copied Ramona's owl. The teacher held up Susan's owl to show the class what a splendid owl Susan had made. This seemed so unfair to Ramona that she crunched Susan's owl and found herself in trouble. Big trouble. So how could anyone expect the two girls to be friends? As Ramona expected, the calluses on Susan's hands were so small they could scarcely be seen. Then Ramona saw a new girl who was standing alone. A new fourth grader, Ramona decided, and because she admired the girl's long fair hair, she went over to her and asked, What's your name? Daisy, answered the girl. Daisy Kidd. When she smiled, Ramona saw that she was wearing bands on her teeth. Those are braces. What's your name? Daisy asked. As Ramona told her, the bell rang, ending their conversation. Here is Ramona meeting Daisy for the first time. That's where we'll stop today. So boys and girls, I want you to think about some of the favorite books that I used to read to you in class. I know No David is one of them. And I want you to have your parents comment or email me about what books you'd like for me to read on here to you, because there's hopefully soon I'm going to be able to get in my classroom for a few minutes and grab some of those books up. So please let me know what ones you want me to want to hear again, and we'll read those again online. Have a great day. Stay safe.